Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Sean, BlueRidgeSilverhound. We're going to go ahead and recap all of the fever pitched action on the US Mid website. Yeah, I can't believe I'm still standing upright because of everything that was going on with the refreshing and the website crashes and all that great stuff. Everybody went through it, okay? And if you weren't patient enough to hang around for as long as it took from the moment that you went onto the website to try and order one of these V75 Silver Eagles or Gold American Eagles, then you are SOL, unfortunately. But let's go ahead and do a quick little recap on the products that sold this morning that caught the attention of every flipper and collector known to man. Ugh, pretty crazy. All right, so the two coins that sold are the ones that you see here that dropped on November 5th. Okay, there were a few things that sold. This tall grass prairie it's an afterthought. But we have the 1 ounce silver American Eagle end of World War II V75 Privy Mark West Point coin or bullion coin or whatever, and then we also have the gold version of that as well. What I wanted to do was talk about the prices in which these were sold at, how long it took for them to sell out independently. We're going to take a look at the secondary market because as soon as there were confirmation numbers for these products, you were pretty much locked in. Okay, which meant that you would be receiving said product in the mail. All right, and yeah, it was crazy. Let's go ahead and start her off with the silver, which is the one that I think a lot of people were trying to go for. We have a mintage limit of 75,000 pieces. It's rather low for Silver Eagle standards. It was being sold at $83, and you could get this one at its lowest for I believe $87.95 out the door with the economy shipping, which takes about 2 to 3 weeks to reach your door after the order has been processed. So this one right here was the first coin that I think a lot of people were gunning for, only because the gold could have been too much money, um, or it was just an instant sellout and people just didn't want to deal with the headaches. But yeah, this one right here. Now it says product is currently unavailable, and you'll also see that on the gold as well. It's not going to say officially sold out, um, but it's going to say this. And the reason why is that there is the chance that this can go back on sale again, maybe in about 3 to 4 weeks after the U.S. Mint has gone through all of the orders and to just kind of uh, solidify the credit card transactions to each and every single one of those orders that came through. So at the end, let's say out of the 75,000, 73,000 of them were legit orders. Okay, and they were going to get processed and shipped and packaged and all that great stuff. There is the matter of the other leftover 2,000 pieces. What they're going to do is if you hit the remind me button on here, okay, and if you didn't pick one of these up and you didn't have the opportunity to do so, I would highly recommend that you hit the remind me button because they'll send you a notification to your email saying that we have whatever the balance of the mintage limit for this coin available, and it's going to be a matter of you going on there as quickly as you can and ordering it. All right, so the big surprise with this particular coin is that it's sold in less than 2 hours. I was actually able to check out my one coin at the 1 hour and 11 minute mark after the coin had dropped at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time this morning. Here is actually my confirmation number on this other page right here. All right, so that's my unit. That's the one coin I ordered. If I could have ordered like 3, 4 of them, I could have. The website was giving up all sorts of headaches. There was even a error code in which it said the U.S. It was error 105. It pretty much banned you from the website temporarily, which was frustrating. I haven't seen that ever. I think that's a new attempt by the US Mint to eliminate the bot issue. And some of you that have gone to add this coin to your bag probably was sitting there refreshing and refreshing, and then when you refresh, you had to do the captcha. Pick a bicycle, pick all the images with a bicycle in it, and you had to do it twice, and then hit confirm on there. And it was an incredible pain in the ass. My wife was actually standing right here, and she thought she was probably ready for me to just let it all go and just forget about it. It was that much of a headache. And I tell you what, it's going to continue to be a headache for every hot popular release like this that's going to come out in the future. Okay, so we have this one that sold just short of 2 hours. And we'll talk about the secondary market activity on this coin here momentarily. Now that we have a lot of confirmed orders out there, there's a lot of orders that are being sold with confirmed transaction numbers. So the gold one, this is the one that, unless you had the highest speed internet and everything like that, high powered servers and whatever, I don't think a server would really matter in this case. But the 2020 V75 gold proof coin, believe it or not, was being sold at $2,600. All right, I think a few people on one of my other videos had mentioned that it was $2,600. Actually, they knew it was $83 for the Silver Eagle. This one was a huge question mark up until early this morning when they actually uploaded the price HTML code onto the website. But this one, just to recap, mintage limit of only 1,945 pieces, which corresponds to the date in which World War II was done. Household limit of 1, just like the Silver Eagle, so you could only order 1 at a time per unique address. This is the one. This is the crown jewel of the 2020 U.S. Mint season. All right, this is the coin that everybody was going to. They had their targets and they had their hearts set on this coin right here. And you're going to see here momentarily, once we go to eBay, why that's the case. Now, I talked about this coin being available at the onset for between $2,800 and $32. As you can see, not too far off. I even gave the little stipulation that it's plus or minus $200. $2,600 seems like an incredible bargain, and that kind of helps light the fire a little bit about how and why this coin sold within the first 2 minutes. If you're sitting there refreshing, you get the page crashes and the error codes, and then you're sitting at a timestamp, depending on where you're at. Like for me, it was 9:03 or 9:04. The coin was already sold out by then. Okay, so it's pretty incredible how it all kind of transpired at the end. But man, this thing right here, ladies and gentlemen, this is the big reason why that people were crashing the heck out of the sites, in spite of the fact that a lot of people were also going for the silver as well. All right, so we got the gold and we got the silver. Okay, this one sold within a few minutes. The silver sold within 2 hours, which shocked me because I felt like it probably should have gone all day. Pretty similar to the Pride of Two Nations set that sold last year with a mintage of 110,000 pieces, which I think it took a day and a half, 2 days to sell out. So let's go ahead and take a look at the secondary market sales. These are actual confirmed sales on eBay of folks that have actually locked in their purchase. They've received a confirmation number, much like the one that you saw on my purchase of the Silver Eagle. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the gold, okay, with the most recent. And these are, there is like a ton of them. So as predicted, we have a coin here that sold for $8,500. Believe it or not, this is on the lower end of some of the confirmed sales that we've had for the past few hours. Okay, and then we'll get into the silver here. As you can see, the secondary market sales are incredible. Okay, and they're going to continue to do that. So we have another one here, confirmed order. If you clicked into that particular listing, they'll actually, well, actually, let's see. I think this is the one that had the whatchamacallit, the confirmation number in there. Well, it doesn't even say it. Okay. So anyways, confirmed order from the U.S. Treasury. Normally, I would want to put the confirmation number on there just so people know, you know, what it is. That, you know, as far as, hey, you know, did you really lock in this coin? Okay, so this one sold for $10,000. Holy crap, who would have thought? Man, I guess I was totally off my rocker when I said this would be a five-figure coin graded proof 70. This is a raw coin, ladies and gentlemen, a confirmed pre-sale of the coin that sold for $10,000. I guess I'm way off the mark, and I just don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So here's another one here, $9,800. I guess I'm still wrong, right, guys? That these things are not going to be worth that kind of money. $10,000. Look at that, confirmed. I think this is the one that actually had the. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it doesn't say specifically on there for that one, but that's a confirmed order. $10,000. Here's another one for 8. See, keep in mind the actual timestamp of these. So this was at 10:13 in the morning, Pacific Standard Time this morning. This was after the sale. Here's another one for $79.99, $8,000. Another one right here. This one actually has the printout of the actual physical confirmation code, which is good. 8,500. Here's one for a best offer. They originally asked $12,000. It probably sold around 8 to 10. This one right here, they gave this one away. $6,700. Considering that all the other ones at the minimum have sold for $8,000. That's the only caveat to listing a hot coin like this way too early. Now, I'm not gonna say way too early. I mean, look at it. It was listed 52 minutes after the sale went on. But yeah, it says a lot when you are the first person or one of the first people to list this coin out there. Yeah, you kind of get the table scraps version of the amount of money that's possible on something like this. A best offer was accepted off of 8,500. Here's another one for 8 grand, 8 grand, 7,250, 7,500. But these were all of the earlier sales. Take a look at this one right here, $6,000. I mean, talk about, you know, cashing your checks before you actually have the full ability to see what the market potential is for this. So as we went on through the morning, we see that the prices of them have gone up considerably. It went from a coin that people were hawking for between $6,000 to $7,500 throughout the first hour after the sale to hitting $8,000 to $10,000, and this is all a case of FOMO, fear of missing out. People see that the coins are selling for a lot of money. There's so very few of them out there, so people were willing to stretch their investability into the coin at $8,000 to $10,000. I mean, who would have thought that you could spend $2,600 and make $7,000 just like that? I mean, wow, that is incredible stuff. You don't normally see that on any mint product, let alone U.S. Mint or any one of the worldwide mints. You don't see that often. It's incredible the way how everything goes. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the silver. And I'm going to tell you what, by the time it's all said and done here, I want you guys to jump on to my channel tomorrow morning where I'm going to post a video to a couple of alternative coins that are either upcoming or have already passed that I think are going to be the best secondary or alternative coins to the V75 Silver Eagle. Okay, this is going to be important because the mintages are just as low or maybe a little bit higher or maybe a little bit less, but you really do need to pay attention. If you're looking to make some money off of something because you couldn't quite get into either the Silver Eagle or the Gold Eagle, then this next corresponding video, which drops tomorrow morning, is going to be important. So make sure that you stay tuned for that one. And most importantly, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell. So for the Silver Eagle, we've seen quite a few of the sales hit in that $500 sweet spot on average. We've seen a few of them a little bit less. Here's one for a BO, somewhere under 489. Here's another one for 445. Here's another one right here that's sold south of 549. A lot of 500s. There's one for 550 that's sold on there. Another one for 550. Confirmed orders. Yeah, so we're seeing averages between 450 and 500. There's even a few of them that sold for something like this, 829. All right, and here's another one right here at 270. So even if you averaged these two numbers out, you're still at 500. So here's another one for 649, and you just go on down the line. Now it's not quite 2019 S Enhanced Reverse Proof good. But man, guys, this coin right here has been performing so much better than I expected. And even if you didn't want to sell it on eBay, a prominent dealer by the name of Ron Oberth had offered $450 for this coin shortly after the sale with a confirmation number. He was actually on Facebook promoting it. He's one of the big time dealers. If you haven't heard of him, he's pretty prominent in numismatics, but he was offering $450. I believe it's fee free. So it's almost like selling the coin for $500. Now, granted, both of these coins are selling for this if you're not grading it. Okay, if you don't care about the NGC or PCGS Proof 70s or Proof 69 designations with Deep Cameo, then if you wanted to make a quick $300-400, this is how you do it right here. It's by selling it right away. But keep in mind, you got to pay the eBay fees and all that great stuff as well. All right, so that is the V75 Silver Eagle, okay, which in theory you would have made 5 times your money if you went ahead and flipped it. It was really easy money. All right, so there was a lot of people that missed out on this. I came oh so close because my wife was like, hey, I'm ready to get some breakfast. I have a massage appointment later on. You need to get off the computer and let's just go on with our day. Because she doesn't like to see me all flustered. And I was definitely flustered. This whole 1 hour and 15-minute period in which I was trying to sit there and just continuously order one of these. Okay, so yeah, I got one. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I'm kind of considering just holding on to the coin, only because of all of the just the overall madness of trying to obtain one in the first place. That is it really worth the $400 or $500 to turn around and flip it? I don't know. I don't think so. I think I'm gonna obtain it and then send it off to PCGS, and hoping for that proof 70 because if we went in here and looked at PCGS, for example, I think there was a few of them that sold. Yeah. All right, so these are a couple coins that sold. So these are already locked in, I guess, kind of like confirmed. They just have to grade out proof 70. So consider it a pre-sale of the new coin that just released. And we're seeing prices of 1,400, 1,552 here, 1,255. Look at this, 53 bids. All right, so we're getting here November 4th. Okay, but when we get into this sale for 1,552, the sale had already occurred. All right, so we do have a couple sales here that are between $1,400 and $1,500 on average, and it's just amazing. This is incredible stuff that we're seeing for these brand new coins. So I don't think there's any sort of pre-sale on the gold, PCGS, or NGC coins here. I don't think we have anything, and we don't. There's this one here, but that's a regular. No, that's something else. September 14th. So the coin hadn't even been sold yet. But anyways, yeah, that's where we're at. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to recap all the action from this coin. Check back with me tomorrow morning. I'll upload something around 9:30 on the alternatives. So if you missed out on this one, Okay, I got a couple other coin choices for you. One that is going to be releasing next week that maybe you should know about. And then we're going to talk about one other release that happened recently that nobody is really given a whole lot of love. However, it's another Silver Eagle, and I think it's just as special as the V75 American Silver Eagle that just sold. Okay, and then the mintages are very comparable, but this is a coin that you can still get close to issue price from the U.S. Mint, and I feel like this is going to be a very good opportunity to jump on the next best thing while there's still some inventory around online. All right, this should be exciting, but we're going to talk about it tomorrow morning. But there you go. That's all of the furious action from today's hot new releases, the biggest ones of 2020. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video. I want to thank each and every single one of you for joining in to Blue Ridge Silverhound. I'm your host, Sean, and please, if you need to, please take a Xanax. I feel for a lot of you guys. I was this close to giving up. I mean, no joke. The U.S. Mint needs to change something with their with not only their security but their server system, because this is dumb. I don't know how they could consistently provide top-notch service to its clientele while trying to use this method of just their website, because you have these other big companies like Amazon that at any given time process 50 to 100,000 transactions in a 10 to 15 minute period. All right, so they need to take a huge page out of that technology from one of those bigger companies that does so much more e-commerce than the U.S. Mint, and they need to implement it. They are a government agency, of course, so they need to put their money where their mouth is if they want to continue to pump out special product like this. But anyways, that's going to do it. I'm your host, Sean, with Blue Ridge Silverhound. Thank you for joining in. Certainly was a pleasure for the most part. And Coinaholics, we are discovering together. So thank you, guys. I'll see you on the next video. Stay tuned for tomorrow morning. I'll see you then. Bye.